Increasingly, law enforcement is casting a wide net, reaching innocent people who have nothing to do with terrorism. How would you feel if you, or your loved one, who was innocent, was interrogated, arrested, or even deported as a result of these new tactics? Lawyers with Muslim advocates have dealt with many cases, like the ones in the two examples you're about to see, and have developed tips to help protect you and your family. Let's take a look at one of the most common scenarios. Knock, knock. Who's there? The FBI.
Mrs. Sultani? Assalamu alaikum. Is Ali home? We've just got a few questions. We're out meeting community members, talking to people. Not in any trouble or anything. Nothing to be worried about.
You have a beautiful home. This must be Iran. And how long have you been here in the States?
About 10 years now. You get to visit often? Every year. My grandparents live there.
You have a very interesting president, wouldn't you say? What do you think of him?
He seems to speak his mind. How's your family doing? Do they like living under the current regime? They're fine.
Is it difficult for them?
Well, sometimes of political matters. Well, we know you're involved in the community here. You're a member of the Muslim Student Association. Now you're the treasurer. What kind of activities do you organize? Well, we play intramural soccer, barbecues at the beach. Do you know someone by the name of Keon Amini? Did you ever see him at your MSA meetings? Yes, I think he came to some of our meetings, but I haven't seen him in some time. I think he graduated about a year ago. Yes, we hear he works for the Iranian government now. How long have you known him? Oh, about 3 years.
And how often do you talk to Keon?
Never? Are you sure? Yes. You haven't seen him since he graduated? No. No? No, I haven't seen or talked to him in months.
Ali, are you aware that lying to a federal officer is a crime?
Oh, that was painful. Now, I know what a lot of you are wondering. Why would an FBI agent be interested in me? I've done nothing wrong. I have nothing to hide. Besides, I want to help law enforcement fight crime too. Well, it's not that simple. Law enforcement sometimes engage in fishing expeditions to sniff out any hint of illegal activity. The government's list of suspicious organizations, speech, activities, and materials changes every day, so it's hard to know what might be okay one day and suspicious the next. Here are some important things to keep in mind. First, if you are contacted by law enforcement, don't answer any questions beyond giving your name and consult an attorney immediately. Remember, the FBI investigates crimes, which include lying by omission. Funny enough, they can lie to you legally, so talking without an attorney is very risky. Sometimes having a lawyer is enough to deter law enforcement from contacting you again. Number 2, don't let law enforcement into your home without a search warrant. If they have one, look carefully to see what the court has allowed them to search and what items they are allowed to seize. Ask what the visit is about. Take their business cards and tell them your lawyer will contact them. Remember, you don't have to answer any questions, warrant or not. Be polite and also make sure members of your family household do the same. Finally, the freedom to express your opinions, join groups, and practice your religion as you wish is an American value. So is knowing your rights. Do both. Now let's watch Ali do it right.
Mrs. Sultani? Yes. Assalamu alaikum. Is Ali home?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Hello.
Hello, Ali. Mind if I step inside and ask you a few questions?
What's this about? I'm sorry, who are you?
My name is Special Agent Martinez. This is Special Agent Renault. We're with the FBI. You're not in any trouble at all. We're just visiting the community and getting to know some people. Could we come inside and just ask you a few routine questions?
What sort of questions?
It's no big deal. We can talk out here in front of your neighbors if you like, but you might be more comfortable if we come inside.
I would like to talk to my lawyer first. If you could just please give me your business cards, I'll have him contact you. You want a lawyer? You really want to take it to that level? Just complicates things. If you talk now, we can make this real simple, quick and painless. Besides, you have nothing to hide, right? Do you have a search warrant? No, we don't have a warrant, but it would be in your best interest to do this the easy way. I have nothing to hide, sir. Please just give me your business cards and I'll have my attorney contact you.
Well done. Now let's take a look at another scenario. This time at the airport. A couple returning to the U.S. after overseas travel.
I encourage you to look at the rest of the video where it talks about airport travel, because that's also a growing issue of concern these days. But we're going to stick to the FBI issue for now for this lecture. So a lot of points were raised in that video that I just want to highlight. Number one, if you do talk to law enforcement, you cannot lie to them. If you lie, if you omit something that you know to be true and you just don't tell them because you want to purposefully mislead them, that's a federal crime. So even if you've never done anything wrong and you don't know anything about any crimes that are going on, but you say something that's false to protect somebody's immigration status or to do something like that, that's actually a crime. So be very mindful. If you do decide to talk to law enforcement, you have to be honest with them. Two, as you saw there, a lot of times when you assert your right to have an attorney present, they will try to make you think that you're going to be more suspicious by asking for an attorney. Don't let that intimidate you into talking to them without an attorney. Because, one, it's your right. Number two, the only person that it makes it more difficult on to have an attorney there is the FBI agent, because they feel like the attorney is kind of their stumbling block between them and you, and them trying to get information out of you. Okay, so do not be afraid to ask for an attorney. And even if they follow up with, well, you're blowing this out of proportion, and you know what do you have to hide? Even if they start saying those things to you, be very assertive in your request to have the attorney present. Unless they have a warrant, unless they have a subpoena for you.